Hey there, welcome to the garden. So it is a very cold, kind of snowy day, which honestly we haven't had many days like this winter. It's been a very warm winter. I've started a lot of my seeds. You've seen I started my tomatoes, I've started peppers, a lot of things, but I ended up making a list of all of my favorite varieties because I figured it would just be kind of fun to talk through some of my favorite things. I love talking about seeds, and maybe you're still doing a little seed shopping, maybe you're still thinking about a couple things you want to plant, and just for my own reference too, I think it's kind of nice to really like hone in on what my favorites are, because I've developed some favorites over the last few years of gardening. Of course, this list is always going to be subject to change, and I'm going to be trying new things and starting new things, but I figured I would share with you all of my favorites right now, my favorite veggies. I tried to do this with flowers, and I couldn't even get started doing a favorites flower list, but my favorite vegetables. So I'm going to start with cool weather things, and that really starts with a lot of greens too. I'm going to count those as vegetables. So of course, arugula. Arugula is just one of my favorite greens in general to eat. There is slow bolt arugula. I get the seeds from my gardener, and I really like that arugula. That and Baker Creek's like basic arugula. Those are the two varieties that I have enjoyed the most, and I have tried just about every arugula that I can get my hands on because I do like it so much. I figured I should really try like all of the varieties and see. So far those are my two favorites, and it's just this really nice spicy green. It's perfect in salads, it's perfect on sandwiches. You can even wilt it down if you want to add it to like a pasta dish or something. It's just such a good one. Then another green that I really love, another one that you can kind of wilt down and add to things, very versatile, of course, is spinach. And Matador spinach is my favorite spinach. I think I get those seeds from Botanical Interests, and it's just really the only spinach that has like grown well. I've had trouble with germination on spinach. In general, spinach is a little bit of a slower germinator, and Bloomsdale long-standing spinach has done pretty well for me. I've been able to get decent harvests, but nothing compared to the Matador. Like, that's the only one that I've been able to plant, and it just grows, and I have good harvests. I've been able to get a lot of baby greens at it, grown it in containers, and it's just done awesome. And it's kind of like a basic flat leaf spinach, really, really yummy. Tastes just like any spinach, but a really good grower for me. I love lettuce. I love doing container lettuce. I'm actually thinking about, I don't know if I'm going to do it today, probably not today, but I'm going to start my containers of lettuce pretty soon here because I want to have a bunch of container lettuce. And my favorite lettuce, you may have heard me talk about it, my favorite lettuce is Frauenschluss. I get the seeds from Baker Creek usually, but you can get it from a few other places. I think my gardener has it too, and it's this romaine style lettuce. It's got like little freckle kind of coloring, so it's a little bit ornamental. It just grows beautifully, and it's really tender and delicious. The baby greens are super good. It's very consistent in growing well and coming up quickly, and just being a workhorse kind of lettuce. I love to grow it in containers, and it does beautifully for that. And it's just, yeah, a really, really lovely variety. And I haven't really found anything that I like more. And I've tried a lot of lettuce. I end up buying lots of lettuce, but the Frauenschluss is just such a good one. Another green that I love is Swiss chard, and Ford Hook Giant has become my favorite Swiss chard. It is these big, beautiful plants. I mean, the Swiss chard plant that I had in my garden this year, I grew a bunch of different varieties, but the Ford Hook Giant, it was the Instagram perfect, Pinterest perfect Swiss chard. Now it is white stalked, so it doesn't have like a fun color stem, and then there is something to those colors with Swiss chard that you can get all the fun colors, but it's just so lovely, and so it grew so easily that's definitely my favorite. I also like corn salad. So it's a a cute little plant, and it's a super, super cold, hardy little plant. I grew it this winter. A lot of things died in our big kind of frost that we had around Christmas time, but not the corn salad. It is still thriving right now, and it's just a lovely little green. It's kind of nutty. Another one that you can just sort of add to a salad. You know, you can't necessarily make a full salad out of it, but it's a great little like addition. And with that, in addition to corn salad, watercress is another one that I really love. I grow watercress in my containers. You can grow it. I'm actually growing it in the container pond this year, and it's starting to sprout, and I love watercress. And also, I'm gonna add, now here I go, just getting off my list, but upland cressy greens are another, if you want to have like a really fun quick thing that like grows and sprouts and is full size in a matter of weeks. It's kind of amazing. So just a couple other cool weather crops that I thought I should mention. I like Tokyo long white bunching onions. I've grown a lot of different bunching onions because I do really like bunching onions. I think that they're just a fabulous thing to have in the garden, super easy to grow from seed. So far, those are my favorite. I get the seeds from my gardener. They're just a really nice, consistent grower. You'll find that a lot of the varieties that I like the most are the ones that grow really consistently for me and just do well, and I can count on them. And so that is a really great one. Just looks like a classic kind of green onion, and nothing super fancy looks wise, but really consistent, and it tastes great. And then as far as peas go, I'm exploring a lot of different varieties of dwarf peas this year, so I don't really have like a set pea, like a dwarf pea that I like better than any of the other ones. I am only in this list, I'm going to mention just the things that I have a real variety that I really care about. It's not that I don't grow other kinds of plants, or that I don't maybe, you know, grow some, like I grow peas. I just don't have a favorite pea. I do have a favorite snow pea though. It's not a dwarf variety, it's a full-size variety, but the Green Beauty Blush grows these big, beautiful snow peas, and they're just delicious. Peas out of the garden, just in general, are so much better than store-bought, but I really liked the Green Beauty Blush. They're just really big and beautiful and fun, and again, the plants grew really well, and so that's one of the only peas that I really like. But it's a super good one. I think I got the seeds from Baker Creek. I'm not 100% on that. Then I'm going to talk about some of the summer veggies that I really like. I've gotten a few favorites over the years. So as far as squash go, Sunburst patty pans are my favorite squash. I got the seeds from Johnny's. They're these really pretty patty pan squash, and they have like green and yellow, and they're just like the most delicious flavor. They're really kind of sweet, almost like nutty and sweet. So much more complex of a flavor than just a normal zucchini. Like if I could only grow one kind of like zucchini-ish squash, it would be the Sunburst patty pan, because it's just perfect for adding anywhere that you would add a zucchini, and it's just richer. It just has a better flavor. So I love that one. As far as peppers go, I really like banana peppers. Those are just the classic kind of snack pepper. Hello. You have to have banana pepper. I have to have banana peppers in my garden. They're just so fun, and they're just a nice sweet banana pepper, just to have something to grab and snack. I also put on this list snack bell peppers, because I grew some of those last year and they were fun too. Very prolific, all these little tiny snack peppers, and just like a nice little bite when you come out to the garden, which is kind of what I want from peppers. I just want something that I can go out in the garden, grab one, and eat it in the garden as a snack, and just enjoy it and just be fuss free. Here again, I will say, like melons, I will grow them. I have ones that I just don't have a favorite, so I don't have anything to share as far as a favorite melon. As far as cucumbers go, I've had a really hard time with cucumbers in the past, but the salad bush cucumbers are like the only cucumbers that I can grow that really produce cucumbers consistently for me. So I absolutely love them, and I will be growing them again. They are wonderful. A kind of runner-up to that is the Chelsea Prize cucumber, which is an English style cucumber, so nice, long, skinny, and those have actually grown pretty well for me. I think if I had better cucumber conditions or a better cucumber setup, those would actually be perfect, and I could probably grow them really well. But Their runner-up, the salad bush cucumber, it's a bush style, so you don't have to have a big trellis system for it, and it just cranks out cucumbers all summer long. It handled the heat and the humidity that we have here. It did great. I loved it. Tomatoes, my absolute favorite tomato is the Juliet tomato. I have talked about that. It's a little salad size, snack size tomato. I grew it over the arch trellis last year, fell in love. It handled the heat, it handled the humidity, it produced and produced and produced. I couldn't believe how many tomatoes, how many tomatoes I got off that Juliet tomato plant. I mean, unbelievable. I will say, as far as flavor, the Amana tomato, so I got the seeds from at my gardener. The Amana tomato is a yellow tomato, a big beefsteak yellow tomato, and that is the best tomato I have ever eaten. It was so incredibly sweet and delicious. I probably should get seeds. Next year I'll probably get seeds for that. I'm trying a few different varieties this year, but that was the most incredible tomato I've ever had. But the Juliet, as far as production and growing, I love the Juliet, so that's my favorite. But the Amana, I may have to go back to the Amanas. Then eggplants, white knight eggplant. I got the seeds from Burpee, I think. They are really like these long white, kind of 6 to 8 inch long white eggplants. Super prolific, super easy to grow, really delicious, really great depth of flavor. So perfect in all kinds of different recipes. I cooked with them a ton and they were just wonderful. So I will be growing those again this year. I didn't grow them last year and I missed them, and so I'm going to grow them this year. And then a few little like honorable mentions: cucamelons, just for fun, because those are those little teeny tiny like cucumber-y melon things. They're so cute and so fun and just kind of a random thing. And then nasturtiums. I love the climbing phoenix nasturtiums, which nasturtiums are a flower, but they're also edible. So I added them to the list and they are just, yeah, they're so good. So that is my list of like favorite vegetables. As I said, I grow other things in different categories, but I just haven't identified like a favorite variety for some of the different things. I don't have favorite melon yet, as I said, but all of these little plants have done so well in this tiny garden. They have handled my less than ideal conditions and growing in containers, most of them, and so that's why they've gotten to the favorite list. So hopefully, if you're looking for some varieties and you are still doing a little seed shopping, this helps you. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next video.